Hi guys, welcome to Nayna's Prepping Kitchen. You're gonna see part of me in my home kitchen and the other part of me out in the RV kitchen where I'm keeping my dehydrator. And, you know, so I've been thinking, trying to figure out different ways to save room and in the house, because you can't have canned food out where it's going to freeze, right? So, anyway, I got a bunch of the canned potatoes, and so I had to bring those in so that it wouldn't freeze, but now I'm taking up more room in here to add, I want to do some canning, but I got to make room for even jars of food that I'm going to be canning. So I'm going to be freeze drying, or not freeze drying, sorry about that, dehydrating me some canned potatoes. And the reasoning why is once they are dehydrated, I can keep them where it's cold. Cold or hot isn't going to bother them once they are dehydrated, okay? And so, like, 1 cup of potatoes is going to equal out like a half a cup of dehydrated potatoes. And then when I'm ready for them, all I have to do is hydrate them back, So, for me, it is a way that I could prepare the potatoes, not take up a lot of room with the canned potatoes, and still have the potatoes, but where I can keep them, where it's going to be at a cooler temperature and not taking up the room in my house. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and open these, and like there was one on here that had, oh, this one right here had a question mark on it. I couldn't find the date. The rest of them, the best by date is still good yet, but I'm going to go ahead and use them anyway. So I'm going to open these up and get the water drained out of them and head out to the fifth well and get them on the dehydrator. And so I hope you stay tuned for it, and go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. I'll meet you out in the fifth well here in just a few minutes with the potatoes strained and, ready to put on the dehydrator. So see you in just a few minutes. I'm out here where my dehydrator is at, and I've went ahead and opened up the cans of potatoes, 4 cans, and I rinsed them off with some cool water. Actually, I soaked them for just like a minute in some salt water, because I wasn't sure if they would brown or not, you know. So I'm just going to take these and put them along here and just kind of layer them as evenly as you can. Don't have to be perfect, but the great thing about it is in food, preserving food different ways. Like I say, this way here, they can be, put away, and I'll still have potatoes, but it's a lot easier for me to store dehydrated food than it is to keep the canned potatoes. There we go. So that's pretty much all we have to do. And my dehydrator is the Presto brand, and it is set at 160. So I've read that, to have a lower temperature of around 120, I think I read. But I'm going to go ahead and try the Presto here at 160, and we'll see what happens. I think it'll work. What do you think? Well, you're never going to know if you don't try it, right? So I'll just go ahead and get these all started and let them cook. I probably should have got these on way earlier today. And it's just been one of those rainy days where, oh Lord, I've had a hard time getting motivated. Y'all have days like that where, it's hard to get motivated when it's raining. Yeah. I need sunshine in my life. But it's nice and cool. Anyway, don't have to worry about, doing stuff in the heat. And gonna get the rest of them here. And layer them. Nothing to that. Try not to have them overlapping, because it'll definitely take longer for them to dry out if they are layered. Got a few of them here that are actually layered. But if you are having trouble with not having enough room for your preps, I've been trying to figure out how can I make more room to store my preps, and doing it this way I think will work out good for me. Maybe it won't for you, but I've been trying to dehydrate more and more. So it's my next project here. I was actually planning on doing onions, but haven't got to the onions yet. So we'll work on the potatoes, and I'll be back to check on them periodically, and I'll be back when they're done and show you how they turned out. So make sure to stay tuned, and I'll see you in a bit, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, the potatoes are done. It took them 8 or 9 hours, okay? Quite a while to do them, but they are done. I now have some dehydrated potatoes. You can hear the snap of them. Maybe not that one. That was kind of hard to snap. Let me try another one. There, that one. Sure you heard that snap. That's how you know that they're plenty dried out. Right here I have me a container. Now, something else that these would be good for, dehydrated like this. They're not going to be near as heavy. If you had to evacuate, okay, it's going to be a lot easier, to carry around these lightweight dehydrated potatoes than it would be to pack around cans of dehydrated potatoes. I'm going to put them in here temporarily and see how full it gets. I may put them into a smaller container for right now. This is just one I had available at the time, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Because I'm trying not to use my glass jars, the ones that I do have. I actually have dehydrated food in them right now. So I want to actually empty those out into other containers so I can use the glass jars, because I've still been having issues in finding glass jars in my area. So, if I can put the dehydrated stuff in other airtight containers. I mean, I could even vacuum seal these if I wanted to, which I may do. I haven't quite decided yet if I want to put them in Mylar or, just what. But as you can see, this right here was 4 cans of potatoes right there. Quite a bit of a difference. See, I can still put these, and these are nice little airtight lids here. So right there we have it. But yeah, if you had to evacuate and get out of Dodge, boy, these, the weight is way different than tugging around 4 cans of potatoes for sure, or any kind of canned food. You know, if you can dehydrate it, go ahead and dehydrate it. And like I say, it doesn't have to be kept at such a regulated temperature as your canned food. Your canned food, you know, you can't keep it somewhere where it's too hot, and you can't keep it somewhere where it's too cold, because your can is going to freeze and bust up. You know, it ain't going to be any good anymore. Where that dehydrated right there, you know, is ready to go, lightweight, and I've still got potatoes. Now when I get ready to use them, all I've got to do is, you know, hydrate them back with some hot water. And, you know, if I wanted to fry them up, I could fry them up or put them in, you know, soup, stews, whatever I needed potatoes for. And with the potato shortage, you know, if you have not that much room, but you want to get potatoes, this is an option for you right there. And, you know, probably around 8 hours. Like I say, my dehydrator stays on 160 degrees. I can't turn it up or down. That's the way they make this Presto dehydrator. But hey, it still worked out. So, and it took, I'm trying to think, it either took 8 hours or 9 hours, but either way, you know, it was well worth it to do it. And now I've got some dehydrated potatoes. So, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for returning and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. So, until next time, guys, toodaloo, God bless. Keep on prepping. Keep on praying. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.